Bersatu. One of my favorite Malay words because it reminds me of unity and connecting and all of that good stuff right there. But see, Sapoops, Bersatu means united, and now that they sacked Hamzah Zainuddin, maybe we should call it bercerai instead. Sapoops, Hamzah Zainuddin was sacked from Bersatu, and that is something that all of the different news portals right now are just casually talking about moment by moment.
Don't know how he's gonna stay as opposition leader, but well, apparently anything is possible in Boleh Land.
Apparently he was sacked because of a breach of the Code of Ethics and Conduct because he went against clause 9.1.4 of the party constitution. And now, if you were reading the Malaysian news for the past couple of months, you would probably notice this entire house burning down moment by moment. Oh wait, I guess they didn't even have a house. But anyway, you've had people just casually getting gantung one after another. All of these characters getting pechated. While, by the way, every single member of that party be all like, oh no, it's chill, no problem at all. And who would have thought that that would come from these two best buddies right here, just casually hanging out, shaking hands? Well, I guess it was a bit more serious than that, especially since the drama has escalated and now apparently people are literally asking Big Moo to go right ahead and resign. Goodbye, Kalas, sorry.
Goodbye and kalas to Bersatu's Facebook page as well, by the way, which apparently got hacked right after Hamza got sacked and ended up having tea with Pas.
You know, in school we learned the peribahasa Bersatu, Teguh, Bercerai, Roboh right here. Well, I guess that you guys weren't really the hashtag dream team that you were supposed to be after all. But honestly, I just think that Bersatu was only ever Bersatu in name, and all the while it was all just Bercerai putting on a mask, hanging out and allegedly trying to push for unity of the Malays. Which is like, okay, I get it. You want everybody out there to respect you so that you can be strong and stuff like that. But I think this is just another example of how that entire logic has just failed. Bruh, just think about it. Just how many of these people have been going out and then talking about how, oh, we need to Bersatu, unite together. But then at the very last moment, then you see them end up betraying one another one after another. And bro, one of my very favorite Malay authors, Nami Kop Nobler, author of Awek Chat Taylor, went right ahead and wrote this status. The fact that Hamza got fired raises a question inside me. Is it true that all the leaders of Malay parties want the Malays to unite? There are Malays who complain about interloping of land, from durian farms to temples. But what do leaders of Malay parties do? Fight amongst themselves. You wanna know why it became like this? Because the Malays are not a race that can be united in a democracy. Factionalism in the Malays can only be stopped if there is a charismatic leader, whether he is a son of a king or an ulama that does not play politics, yeah, fat chance, and is respected by all without the need to play racial or religious rhetoric. Nope. And yeah, there's this whole discussion right here about the parties that people are supposed to support that at the end of the day leads to the conclusion that, well, it's just the nature of the Malay leaders. You fight to be leaders, and thus there needs to be a reality where the Malays are united by the son of a king that is high in charisma and has lots of religious knowledge like an ulama, but nowadays it is like finding a dodo. Wow, Nami Kop Nobler. I am lazy to follow Malay politics. It is very melancholic, and the drama does not actually bring forward the race. Wow. You know, at the end of the day, I think it's actually quite sad, because it's not like you don't want the Malay community to have good leaders. I think that if there really were a visionary leader who that isn't too concerned with this whole KMI, other people need to be below us, we can inspire everybody to go out there and achieve their potential type leader out there, then you wouldn't be in this situation. You wouldn't have people just complaining day in and day out about how other races are basically pushing you down, and then constantly saying, hey, every single person needs to unite. Even if these people are just saying things that are illogical, stupid, and that do not make sense. But you know, every single one of them has an incentive to go out there and say, say, I will be the hero of the Malays. But at the end of the day, just end up pursuing their own agenda because they don't actually care about the Malays, which I think is actually very sad. Because it's like, what is this situation? Like, basically, the only way for you to win the election is to say that, hey, you're gonna bring your race to the next stage, and then play to the peanut gallery. You don't even care about like who's gonna be best for the job. And we all know that Hamza was very popular. A lot of people were actually like rooting for the guy right there. But then when push came to shove, instead of actually going out there for the Malays, our Menantu protector out there decided to go out there, resign in London, and put into motion a whole series of political steps that would make Machiavelli himself blush. And so here we are today. And you just have this like question mark out there that probably has a whole bunch of those like Malay at all costs, jangan biar kafir memimpin type people out there in a state of catatonic depression. It is, as I said right here, it is cute to see these people talk about marwah and unity while doing everything in their power to score own goals. Give it some time and they will fall apart on their own, as they already have been and will, while talking constantly about jati diri that has never actually existed. I don't intentionally want to go out there and insult you, but it's just that you're basically already insulting yourself anyway, and well, I'm just saying it how it is. Anyway, well, Hamza, I don't know how the guy's gonna be going on and stuff like that, but yeah, well, how sad it is that basically your entire premise out there is that it's all about agama dan bangsa, but you realize that basically everybody out there in politics is useless. Whoever wants to be hero for the Malays, I mean, like, good luck being hero for the Malays. It doesn't matter who you say you want to be a chief out there, somebody is gonna be willing to betray them. Your community can't trust anybody else in the community after all your gaslighting, quill harams, kebun durians, and going after frankly useless things. But well, I think we call this karma. What do you think, Sapoops? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's all to say about that, and bye.